Good evening, everybody. I would like to welcome you all to the inaugural SMART4SEA Forum. As always, we'll be on time. As promised, it's a promise we give to all the stakeholders. Before we start, I would like to thank all the stakeholders of the event. I would like to thank you for being here. It's an evening of Monday noon, which is a very nice day. It's a very fine day to go outside and enjoy the sun. Instead of this, you being here. So I would like to thank you all very much for the commitment you demonstrate. I would like to thank all our sponsors. Without the sponsors, we couldn't have such an event. It's a huge event in any term. So I would like to thank especially our sponsors for sponsoring the event. I would like to thank all our panelists for being here and committed to this event. And as always, as we usually do in all our recent events, we use live blogging. So if you would like to pose any question you might have, please use the hashtag. It's SMART4SEA. This is the hashtag we will use today. It's SMART4SEA in any of Twitter or Facebook. So you don't have to send an email. If you wish to send an email, you do it to info@safety4sea.com. But instead of sending an email, you can use the hashtag using your Twitter account, using hashtag SMART4SEA on Twitter or Facebook. And today we also we are using an updated tagline. It's what you see over there. It's fostering safer, smarter, and sustainable shipping. So this is the new tagline we're implementing. And when it comes to Safety4Sea and the project behind Safety4Sea, just to quickly point out, we are having two portals, Safety4Sea and Green4Sea. We're having 4 magazines, 4 paper magazines. This is Safety4Sea, Green4Sea, Risk4Sea, and CSR4Sea log. CSR is due for printing within the next 2 months. The others are quarterly magazines. And we also have a quarterly regulatory update DVD and a weekly flash email, especially useful for all the ship operators who are using this service, to put it this way. We have released the dates for the 2016 forums. We are holding the first SMART4SEA, the 5th Green4Sea is due on 6th of April, the 7th Safety4Sea is due on 6th of October, and the 2nd Career4Sea is due on Saturday, the 3rd of December. Not all events are for everybody. We have different stakeholders for each event. And also this year we're having a new set of awards. We have Green4Sea awards, due to be announced on the same day at the completion of the Green4Sea Forum. And we have Safety4Sea awards, due to be announced on the completion of the Safety4Sea Forum in October. Also, within the 2015, we hold 6 events. You see, we gathered, let's say, 4,500 delegates in all these 6 events. It's getting, as we gain visibility, it's always more difficult to organize a forum, to organize an event. And as I'm always saying, it's a continual promise we give, the quality promise we give. That's why most of you are here. We give a quality promise for every event that we hold, so it's getting more difficult to organize and, let's say, deliver all these events. This year, we announced back in December on the first Career4Sea, we are giving for the 3rd time a full scholarship. It's the 3rd year we are running this program. This year, we are running an MSc fully paid scholarship in association with ALBA. This is for the MSc in Shipping Management. As I'm just saying again, it's a fully covered scholarship. No fees, it's going to be paid by us. No fees for the full MSc in Shipping Management. It could be full-time, 1 year, or part-time, 2 years. If you want to learn more about this program or learn more about the ALBA programs, you can visit the ALBA booth. It's outside in the coffee area. So the dates, the deadlines for the 2016, let's say, scholarship is due in May. The announcement will be made most probably in Safety4Sea in October, but we will know let's say, the recipient of the scholarship by, let's say, early June or mid-June or something like that. So for those of you who are interested, or maybe a colleague of yours may be interested in taking this, in participating in this program, please use either safety4sea.com or ALBA, or visit the ALBA booth outside. So we have challenges. We are gathered here for SMART4SEA, we have challenges in shipping. These are the 10 biggest challenges, to put it this way, that the shipping is facing, besides the low oil price rates, which is something beyond our control. So the first one is the crew quality. The crew quality is going down, it's going fast, very, very fast down. We have new nations entering the market, less skilled, less motivated, staying less time in rank. So it's much more difficult, to put it this way, to attract and retain crew. It's difficult when it comes to ECTIS, it's difficult when it comes to smart applications, to PMS, to anything that you have on board. It's much more difficult. Then we have the operational requirements are rising very fast. We have the SOLAS, SMART4SEA, TCW, ISMA, SPS, TMSA, you name it, it's there. We have a new regulatory regime, many regulations coming very fast into implementation, into force. We have the inspection rates that are going up. We have the charterers' power. New companies like, for example, Vitol or Glencore were not existent back in the late 80s. Back in the late 80s, Glencore and Vitol were not existent. Vitol in these days is the biggest corporation in the world in terms of sales volume, to put it this way. Maybe many of you don't know Vitol, but this company established back in 1992. It's 25 or something like that years. These companies are gaining momentum very fast, and that's why we have the charterers' power going up and the ship owners' power going down. This is, let's say, a problem within the market. We have the divergence between national and international legislation. We have the power of web and social media, especially with the social media penetration in these days, especially in the younger generations. We have the public opinion who is watching. We have the trade problems due to political instability. For example, the one we have in Africa, Syria, Russia, and so on and so forth. And we have sanctions, fines, and barriers to trade in many instances around the globe, which makes it, let's say, much more difficult to operate a ship or to operate flawless a ship in these days. And when it comes to these modern challenges, we came here today to discuss about smart shipping. Why smart? What is smart shipping? Smart, in our view, is the application of knowledge and technology in order to add real value to both commercial and technical levels for all stakeholders. Three are the key issues here. Application of knowledge and technology, not necessarily new knowledge and new technology. So we're talking about knowledge and technology. We're talking about add value, and then we're talking about all stakeholders. It's not only the ship owners. It could be the port state control. It could be the vetting. It could be the associations around the industry. It could be for the ports. It could be for many stakeholders. It's not only the vessels and the crew. It could be many stakeholders. So SMART is the application of knowledge and technology to add value to all stakeholders. How can this be realized? By increased connectivity, by sensors and automation, big data analytics, tracking and monitoring, condition-based maintenance and optimization, ship equipment and HR data management, and so on and so forth. To give you some snapshots, to put it this way, I will present 3 snapshots. It's 3 videos, less than 1 minute, 20 seconds each. And we'll start with the first one, how Inmarsat views the future of maritime communication.
The maritime industry is changing. Regulatory, environmental, economic, and technological trends are driving a global data revolution. In the next decade, we'll be measuring data in zettabytes. That's 1,000 billion gigabytes. We'll capture, share, and use that data to be more efficient, save costs, and improve safety and well-being at sea. Inmarsat is at the heart of this data revolution. The global capabilities of Fleet Express will be the enabler for every aspect of the maritime industry. With a hybrid L and Ka band service on a single global network with guaranteed data rates and unparalleled reliability. And with Fleet Express, we'll see a new ecosystem of maritime solutions. Business applications, such as remote asset and engine monitoring to keep things connected, and people connected with video calling, access to social media, and the latest online entertainment. For more than 35 years, Inmarsat has been the leader in satellite communications at sea. Hundreds of thousands of vessels depend on us every single day. And now, Inmarsat is powering the maritime data revolution by setting a new standard in maritime communications.
Now, if you take out the marketing buzz, to put it this way, and you all understand what the marketing buzz was in this video, you do understand what the Inmarsat view is on the future of maritime communications. The next snapshot is from CBS about the first smart ship in the world. The first smart ship in the world is Quantum of the Seas, a very nice vessel, and this is something, an extract from CBS News.
This robotic bartender mixing drinks is the high-tech highlight of a cruise ship that claims to be the smartest on the seas.
Use technology to make everything easier.
Royal Caribbean CEO Richard Fain says guests on his Quantum of the Seas wear wristbands to pay as they go. Passengers also use apps to track luggage and book activities like skydiving, which is a cruise ship first. Another first at sea, this massive crane called the North Star that lifts up to 15 passengers at a time. This glass pod offers 360-degree views from more than 300 feet above the water. A 3-story video wall and giant robo-screens are part of nighttime shows. Every crew member has a handheld computer to track passenger preferences. Royal Caribbean says their high-speed internet system is just as fast as on land.
We've got more bandwidth on this ship, following the ship around wherever it goes, than all the other ships on the ocean put together.
If passengers stay inside, they won't miss out. Cabins without windows have 80-inch TV screens showing live video of balcony views.
So this is CBS News. And the third snapshot, we don't have anyone here presenting on 3D printing. It's about 3D printing, the way that Maersk Tankers thinks how innovative it may be to use 3D printing.
Where we were interested in 3D printing is because of the transportation costs. When I say we, I mean Maersk Tankers, that has a very high transportation cost. We're looking to experiment first-handedly using a printer such as this one. And they can print in thermoplastics, printing part like this one. So to start the 3D printing process, the very first thing you need is a so-called STL file, which is basically a digital blueprint of the model that you want to print. And this digital blueprint could be uploaded from, for example, Denmark, and downloaded from anywhere in the world. There's a lot of different 3D printing technologies out there. So within metal printing, for example, you use a powder-based technology. And while this is very interesting for us, we're starting to experiment with a printer such as this one. For this kind of 3D printer, you would typically use a raw material such as ABS, which is a thermoplastic that here is hard, but it will liquefy once it's in the printing chamber. So it will go through an extrusion nozzle and there become liquid. And when the first layer has been solidified, you will print a new layer on top of the old one. The idea is that we send the blueprint to the crew on board the tanker vessel. They will push print, and in a matter of hours get the part.
So I'm not sure if you follow the video. I just have to ask you now, what was the name of the material they use for 3D printing? What was the name of the material? ABS. It's not American Bureau of Shipping. It's the name of the material. Okay, so I'm just asking to understand how many of you follow what you see on the screen. So this is innovation with respect to Maersk Tanker. I'm not sure if it's cost effective to put it this way. There are other ways to do the same job, much more cost effective. But here we're not talking about cost effectiveness. It's something else. So this was the third snapshot, to put it this way, when it comes to smart shipping. We have a wide range of panelists to present on a number of issues. This first session is about smart shipping perspectives. I don't have anything else to add in my, let's say, introduction. I'm just pointing out that, as always, as usual with all our forums, videos will be uploaded in the Safety4SEA channel within the next 2 weeks. Presentations and certificates will be available to the digital subscribers of Safety4SEA online. So I think we covered everything with respect to this forum. So I would like to thank you all very much for your attention.